We've had quite a journey. Our theme has been wisdom for the game of life. I have really enjoyed, I felt been profitable trying to share with you what I understand to be wisdom. Wisdom, as I understand it, is kind of a worldview. In fact, it is a worldview. It means that wisdom is adjusting my false worldviews and focusing me on life as it was intended or designed. And I find great adventure in that. And hopefully I've been able to clearly represent and present that to you so that you would consider that. So this last one is called Get a Life. And that's intentional. You've heard somebody say, man, Bob, get a life. Now, they're not talking about bios, a physical life. They know I'm physically alive. What is behind that? It says, someone says you get a life. They're talking about Zoe as we introduced it. Bios means I'm physically alive. Zoe means I am spiritually and conceptually and open to the demands and the excitement that life presents. And that is what we have reached for, and it requires wisdom. And that's what I wanted to apply. Materialism is a worldview. Pleasure is a worldview. For whatever reason, a lot of humanity has moved to an inadequate worldview. That's success is my worldview. Now, wisdom wants to challenge that, and wisdom wants to say, your worldview is inadequate. If you would take the risk and just embrace the game of life, I will take you out into a sphere that you are hungry for. When science discovered that the universe is expanding, everything seemed to change because expectancy and adventure and all of that came back into view, and everybody sees the joy of that. Now, when the universe expands, it has an ability for us to expand, and a whole new adventure begins to open. Now, we need badly to regain a sense of transcendence. We need to live above the physical, the pleasure, the things that hold us into a natural world. If we can do that, there are principles of wisdom that we have tried to present, which allows us. Life is more than physical existence. 2, life is Zoe, meaning life is a form of expression of physical life that is adventurous, full of life, full of excitement and purpose. So when we see it in those contexts, it enables us to be able to start a kind of a challenge. The wisdom and the game of life says something like this to you and me. I dare you. I challenge you. Try me. Try wisdom. Try this as a worldview. Try this as a way of life, and you will discover things you haven't seen or enjoyed before. I contradict you, wisdom says. Listen, wisdom says success and money doesn't make you a winner. Wisdom says failure and loss doesn't make you a loser, because those two things now come back into balance for us. Here we go. The game of life is adventurous. This is summary principle number 1. The The game of life is always adventurous. You don't know how bad you need adventure till you lose it. Second, the game of life consists of embracing my own true identity and the courage to live that way. 3, the game of life rewards you by enabling you to share with others the freedom, the truth, the purpose that you have discovered.